Three-way to the flop. King, Jack, 3. Top 2 for Kate's.
Check.
Low has a total bagolino. He checks.
Ivy could lose a lot of chips here.
He continues with top pair for 65,000.
Kate's could smooth call this, or he could raise, knowing Ivy raised under the gun, and this is going to hit him a lot.
Looks like Kate's is raising. Jungle Man makes it 165,000. And it's time for Low to go. He folds.
Now, Jungle Man probably doesn't do this with Ace-King, so he's either got 2 pairs and sets or some kind of big combo draw. Most folks ain't folding this to a single raise from an aggressive player. Ivy's spot is tougher than that math problem from Goodwill Hunting.
Wow, Ivy folds!
3 of hearts.
Check.
Queen of diamonds.
Daniel's still with the best hand. Here comes a bet from Phil. And Daniel check raises.
And I don't think this is really a bluff. I think he knows he's raising with the best hand.
Phil calls.
That is a weird float. Phil's probably got a trick or 2 up his sleeve.
Or maybe this was the plan. Hit a 6 on the turn.
Yeah, one of those tricks was to peel a 6, I guess.
Daniel now checks.
Phil's going to be pretty confident he's got the best hand, since Daniel would probably never actually raise a queen.
Phil bets. Roughly half pot.
If Daniel calls here, he's probably prepared to call river too.
He does call. The river card is an 8, so Phil with the best of it. Daniel checks. And Phil bets.
This is awesome.
I don't have that good a hand. I don't have that good a hand, but I don't know. I felt like he was going to try to make a goofy move. So I might pay him. 400?
Yes.
Trying to say you have a queen, sir? When do you have, how do you, you're going to learn my trick, how to flop
I
trips?
lost my screen.
I don't know. Okay.
Daniel calls.
You're right.
And Phil takes the chip lead.
You son of a gun. I played good. Kinda.
He folds, so heads up to the flop.
Playing Ivy heads up is like playing against 2 other regular human opponents.
Jack, Jack 10 on the flop. Mike with an up and down straight draw. Ivy checks.
No continuation bet. I think usually he's going to check his very, very strong hands and his marginal hands. Either way, I'm fine with a semi-bluffing this.
Mike has bet 25,000.
And since this is a wet board, I think there's lots Ivy could call with.
He calls. So we go to the turn, and Mike pairs his queen.
A lot of draws just got there, but we're now beating a 10.
Having check called the flop, Ivy will now lead the turn for 60,000.
I don't see him leading the turn with a 10. This will be a tight fold, but any 2 big cards are a big part of Ivy's range, and many, many of those hands are ahead. Ace-King, Ace-Queen, Ace-Jack. Shall I continue?
Well, Mike clearly thinks he's behind. He's folded.
Like I said, tight fold. Gotta be a history-based decision.
Ivy had 9s. And Phil flops top pair. Daniel with a gut shot straight draw. Bets.
Phil might finally get some back here. Or Daniel can continue running like Secretariat.
Yeah,
All in
he's got
range.
all kinds of tricks. He does that to see what I do with my eyes and stuff, and then he does it. I gotta stop looking. Oh no. You know I had garbage? You win.
Well, and an interesting flop too, a 10-3 deuce. So Polk with a straight draw and Ivy with top pair. Ivy checks quickly.
Now, Doug can bet here, or he can elect to take a free card for his gut shot straight.
Checks behind Ivy. The turn, a 2 of hearts. Action on Phil.
Betting 75.
75,000, just a little over half of the pot.
Doug can quite comfortably call here with his ace high. He's going to be ahead not most of the time, but a lot of the time he's going to be ahead. And he's also drawing to an ace or a 5.
Call.
Makes the call, in position. The river is a 6 of clubs, so Ivy's pair of 10s are best. Action is on Phil. Can he get Doug Polk to call here with ace high, depending on the amount?
He could. Yeah, it depends what, how weak Doug sees Ivey as being and what the size of this bet is. Can't really bet too much. He's bet the pot.
Betting 200.
That's almost the pot. So Ivey's taken the line that I want to represent a bluff, basically, to get called by ace high. This is the sort of thinking that these guys are doing. Like, he's put Doug Polk on ace high. Ivey said, I've got top pair, I want to get a call. I'm going to bet the maximum to make it look like I'm actually trying to steal the pot.
And Doug Polk hasn't moved, so Phil Ivey's instincts once again, no surprise. Clearly making Doug Polk think about a call. You're right, Joe.
580,000.
Raise to 580.
Wow, this is a surprise. He's made a raise here.
So he's turned his hand into a bluff, basically.
And Phil Ivey hasn't moved, but look at those eyes.
Now, it's actually very simple for Ivey. There's no use raising. He's only going to get called by a better hand. Okay? He believes he's in front. If he does believe he's in front, he can just call and see what happens, right?
Well, Ivey was caught by surprise there.
I didn't mean to bet 200. I meant to bet 175.
Ivey speaking out loud a little bit. You don't get that very often from Phil.
He just gave up a lot of information there. But I wonder whether that was deliberate to try and get a reaction from Polk.
You can never tell, right? He said that I meant to bet 175,000, trying to elicit a reaction from Doug Polk, perhaps, a tell of some
Yeah,
kind.
I think it was a pretty futile attempt, but maybe he's just being honest.
Does he got to put the chips in the pot or no when you raise? What's the rule?
Bits at 580.
You can just say it. You can just say it without putting the chips in.
Phil Ivey's just asking and clarifying a few tournament rules. As we mentioned earlier, Joe, when they travel, those rules change, so you've got to clarify occasionally.
Yeah, but now that was definitely his searching for information there.
Okay.
He knows that this is now playing poker, right? This is playing with people's minds right
So
now.
you were right the first time. Don't trust them.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't trust poker players.
Yeah, he knows.
Not at the table anyway. Confused, frustrated. The tug of war is back, and even Phil Ivey gets it. It's great. Can he do it? Can he convince himself to call? He wants to, he doesn't want to. Do I, don't I? Every poker player in the world faces this, even Phil Ivey. Okay. There it is. He makes the call, so he will win a big pot. He almost looked a bit surprised there.
He was resigned to the fact that he's actually lost the hand, to be honest.
Pretty toasty if he calls here. It's half as much equity as you see.
I mean, this guy, this is exactly what we're talking about. This isn't the situation we wanted to see him in because he's in the blender, but I think he's going to fold, which is outrageous. It's absolutely outrageous to fold here.
Yeah, I mean, I made the observation before. I mean, when Ivey's on, it is amazing how far he can go in he goes in tournaments consistently.
He's unbelievable.
So, and I mean, if he folds here, it'll be precisely because of folds like this.
Yep.
Right.
Whenever he was on his big heater in Cyprus, winning everything, I came up and I talked to him about it, and we were just talking about life in general, and he said something that really stuck with me where he said,
Tony.
there's good table talk, I'll wait.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, he said to me,
I was getting Tony to react a little here, right? I mean, Tony will give a little smile this, and now, okay, anyway, what did he say?
Yeah, he was talking about winning and losing with grace and talking about how much luck there just is involved in life and in poker. And I just thought it was a really cool thing to hear him say. You know, he was winning his second tournament of the week, and it was just him and I. There was no one around. He didn't have to be politically correct. And he just said, yeah, I mean, I'm running hot, and, you know, you got to take it with grace. Sometimes you're the big loser, and some weeks you get a great week like this. And he's, like I said, he's just in a fantastic headspace. Scary guy to play against right now.
Yeah, I played with him some in the big mix game at the Aria. He didn't play the last time, but I've gone 3 times so far this year, and he played the first 2 in January and March. But yeah, he's back to feeling it with poker, right? I mean, he's playing a lot of poker now. Man, he is really does feel like he's gonna fold.
Yeah, he's got one thing going for him. Tony most likely doesn't play the suited kings like King 7, King 6, Jack 7, so he never has to really worry about him shoving a worse 2-pair. I do think a great concern is the same hand. I mean, why wouldn't Tony just shove King Jack here sometimes? Like, Chidwick only had 800K back. It was, you got to think top, maybe Ivy's betting aces, maybe he's betting ace king, and
yeah, you're starting to make
what a fold.
Yeah, you're starting to make some, I think, beyond whatever physical stuff, I think you do start to make some exploits where it's okay, to a pot size here, he's gonna have the sets, maybe the same hand, and maybe he actually still calls some of the combo draws.
But I think like rather than just like breaking down the analysis of the hand, I think you got to give credit to how sick of a fold that is. I mean, that's a ridiculous fold to make in this game.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous exploit to make. I mean, we're in the booth, we're seeing Tony's.
Yeah, hates aces, too easy.
King Queen for last year's finalist David Bernstein. And he raises a 3-bet to 1,300.
Against an under-the-gun raiser, I like folding more than I like calling. I hadn't thought of 3-betting. It's repping huge strength.
So much strength that Simon Charette folded ace-queen there.
Yeah, ace-queen is like an insta-fold after under-the-gun +1 start clicking buttons.
Call.
Helio Cream calls in the big blind with 9s.
Cold calling's really tempting there, but I think it sucks when Ivy 4-bets you, which he's going to do a lot, and it's pretty possible right now.
Ivy does 4-bet, makes it 5,500 total. Bernstein gives it up.
Action back on the guy whose name is somehow a mashup of Chino Ream. Ivy's giving him a pretty bad price. Folding's totally cool.
Ivy takes it down with a pre-flop 4-bet.
Everyone was repping so huge, Ivy accidentally chased him out.
Nice hand with Jeff.
What a hat.
That's not bad.
What do you have?
The odds are I'm going to miss it.
I folded jacks.
5 in a row.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did not.
Baller.
That's a lie.
You didn't even think about saying no, you didn't there.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about it.
That's a lie, my friend.
Baller.
It's funny. You know we're on TV, right? You shouldn't like.
No, he said it's not on TV. He said it's not on TV.
Well, eventually it will be. He's kidding.
Now
He's
I know
kidding.
you're lying. Thank you.
Confirmed.
That was a good bluff.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you want more content like this, let me know in the comments below. And if Phil made you as horny as he did me, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day.